I wanted to get out of the relationship, but I didn't know how to get out of the relationship.
A story all too familiar for millions of women across the country. 1 in 4 will experience domestic abuse, but so often victims feel alone and in the dark about how to get help.
When you're in the situation, you rationalize that it's not that bad.
5 years after escaping a tumultuous relationship, one victim is still not ready for everyone to know. Growing up, life was normal. But after getting involved with an older man and getting pregnant within the first month, her reality began to change.
It started with little controlling things.
And soon a pattern developed.
It goes through cycles, meaning that you have your build-up, you have your event, and then you have your good time. I mean, the only time he would ever buy me flowers is after he would hit me.
There were times she thought about leaving, but facing reality was hard. And as the abuse progressed, so did her obligation to make it work.
We had a child together, so I wanted just to keep that front, that everything was fine.
Then one day, after 7.5 years of bruises, secrets, tears, and lies, it got unimaginably worse. Her husband beat her for 2 hours, ultimately tying a belt around her neck and sexually assaulting her.
And I really thought that I was going to die that night. I had the thoughts of my daughter's going to grow up without her mom. And sorry, that was just the hardest part. I didn't want her to think why couldn't my mom be strong enough just to leave.
But what if it didn't have to come to that? What if there were tools out there specifically designed to get abuse victims help safely? That's exactly what the Aspire News app is aiming to do.
It appears like any other normal news app, but this one has the capability to save lives. Designed with abuse victims in mind, it takes you to a screen where you can quickly send a message to a trusted contact. It even sends them a vocal recording to let them know exactly what's going on.
Just look at these facts. Lawton police have responded to an average of 1,200 domestic abuse calls over the past 3 years, over 1,000 already in 2014. That means thousands of people right here at home who could benefit from this technology. The app is by no means a replacement for police, but rather a new avenue for getting their help. It allows a person to get help without their partner knowing, hopefully minimizing the volatility of an already dangerous situation.
The most dangerous time, of course, is when a woman is trying to leave. That is when things can escalate to the point to where, it can be very, very even deadly.
Carrie Matthews works with domestic abuse victims at the Marie Deddy New Directions Women's Shelter in Lawton. She says the more people talk about domestic violence and the more tools made available to victims, the more empowered women will be to seek help. She says the app isn't a cure-all for every situation, but at least one feature could definitely be beneficial for most.
The fact that it records what's going on in the room, I think, would be a very vital piece of evidence to have if you needed it for the police, for court, depending upon where you had to go and what you were doing.
But no matter how many apps or hotlines available, leaving a relationship is never as simple as the tap of a button. Matthew stresses you have to have a plan, a place to go, and you need an ally.
It's really good if you can find someone to tell what's going on with you. That way, when something happens, people know that you're telling the truth about, I need your help, I need you to come help me now.
Leaving an abusive relationship is a difficult decision, one that can take years to do successfully. Survivors will always say they wish they had done it sooner, so hopefully with a little piece of technology, that regret will become a thing of the past.
Looking back, I wasted a lot of time trying to fix someone, and I realized that you can't fix someone. And, love doesn't hurt.
The Aspire News app is available for free download for both the iPhone and Android. An additional list of resources are listed on your screen and can also be found on our website at kswo.com. As always, if you or someone you know is a victim of abuse, you can call the National Abuse Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE or the 24-hour line locally at 580-357-2500. And always know you are not alone.